Benny was a small bunny with soft white fur. He lived in a cozy burrow with his family. The burrow was nestled under a big oak tree. Benny loved his home. It was warm and safe. One sunny morning, Benny hopped out of bed. He wiggled his nose and twitched his whiskers. The sun felt warm on his fur. Benny was excited for the day. He found his mother in the main burrow preparing breakfast. "Good morning, Mother," Benny said politely. His mother smiled at him with love. "Good morning, Benny," she replied. "Are you ready for a day of play?" Benny nodded eagerly. He loved playing with his siblings. After breakfast, Benny went to find his siblings. They were whispering excitedly in a corner. Benny hopped closer, curious about their secret. "What are you talking about?" he asked, tilting his head. His brother Buster grinned. "We're going to the Rainbow Pond," he exclaimed. Benny's eyes widened. He had heard stories about the Rainbow Pond. It was said to be a magical place, full of colorful flowers and sparkling water, but the Rainbow Pond was far away, beyond the safety of their meadow. Benny felt a shiver of fear run down his spine. He had never been that far before. "It's too far!" Benny squeaked, his nose twitching nervously. Buster chuckled and nudged Benny playfully. "Don't worry, little Benny, we'll protect you," he reassured. Benny still felt unsure. He decided to seek advice from Old Whiskers, a wise old rabbit who lived nearby. Old Whiskers was known for his calm demeanor and thoughtful words. He was sitting under his favorite bush, enjoying the warm sun. "Old Whiskers," Benny began timidly, "my siblings are going to the Rainbow Pond, but I'm scared." Old Whiskers listened patiently, his long ears drooping with wisdom. He nodded understandingly. "Fear is a natural part of life, Benny," Old Whiskers said kindly, "but it shouldn't control you. You can overcome your fear by taking small steps." Benny looked up at Old Whiskers, hope flickering in his eyes. "Small steps," he repeated. Old Whiskers smiled. "Yes, Benny. Instead of focusing on the entire journey, focus on one hop at a time." Benny took a deep breath and nodded. He decided to try Old Whiskers' advice. Instead of thinking about the long journey, he focused on the first hop. He hopped once, then again, and again. He was doing it. Benny was moving towards the Rainbow Pond. He felt a surge of pride with each hop. His siblings hopped alongside him, cheering him on. "You're doing great, Benny," shouted his sister Bella. Benny smiled, his fear slowly melting away. The sun shone brightly, guiding their way. The birds sang sweetly, encouraging Benny to keep going. With each hop, the Rainbow Pond seemed less scary and more exciting. Finally, they reached the top of a hill, and there it was, the Rainbow Pond. It was even more beautiful than Benny had imagined. The water shimmered like 1,000 jewels. Colorful flowers bloomed around the edges. Benny forgot all about his fear. He raced down the hill towards the pond, his heart filled with joy. His siblings followed close behind, laughing. They reached the edge of the pond and splashed into the cool water. The water felt refreshing on Benny's fur. He giggled and splashed his siblings playfully. Butterflies fluttered around them, their wings painted in all the colors of the rainbow. As Benny played with his siblings, he realized something important. He had faced his fear and reached the Rainbow Pond. He had taken small steps and achieved something big. From that day on, Benny was known as Benny the Brave. He learned that even the smallest bunny could be brave. He continued to explore the world around him one hop at a time, and he always remembered the wise words of Old Whiskers. Benny and his siblings continued to have many more adventures. They lived happily ever after, their hearts filled with joy and courage.